Here's a question that your third grade self would have lost their mind over. Did dinosaurs fart? And before you laugh and click away, just know that actual scientists with actual PhDs from actual universities have sat down at their actual desks and thought seriously about this question, published papers about it, had colleagues review those papers, got them printed in scientific journals. Because the answer isn't just yes or no. The answer might explain one of the biggest climate events in the history of life on Earth.
Let's start with what we actually know about how animals produce gas, because this is where it gets interesting fast. Every large animal on Earth that eats plants produces methane, not because they're being polite, because of bacteria. Specifically, microbes living inside their digestive systems called methanogens. These tiny organisms break down plant material during digestion, and as a byproduct of that process, they release methane gas. Cows are the most famous modern example. A single cow produces between 70 and 120 kilograms of methane per year, and there are roughly 1 billion cows on Earth right now. Scientists have calculated that modern livestock contribute about 14.5% of all human-related greenhouse gas emissions globally. Now, hold that thought. Because roughly 200 million years ago, Earth wasn't covered in cows. It was covered in something considerably larger, considerably hungrier, and considerably more numerous than most people realize.
Quick question. How much do you think a fully grown Brachiosaurus weighed? Take a guess. Really, just pick a number. The answer is somewhere between 60 and 80 tons. That's roughly the weight of 10 fully grown African elephants, standing on each other, somehow. And it needed to eat constantly just to maintain that body. We're talking about 400 kilograms of plant matter every single day. Now, imagine what that digestive process looked like from the inside.
In 2012, a team of researchers from the University of Liverpool and other institutions actually published a study in the journal Current Biology, trying to estimate how much methane sauropod dinosaurs, the long-necked giants like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus, were producing during the Mesozoic Era. Their estimates were genuinely staggering. They calculated that sauropods alone may have been producing around 520 million tons of methane per year globally. To put that in perspective, modern human industrial activity produces roughly 300 to 350 million tons of methane annually. The dinosaurs were outgassing us by a significant margin, and they weren't even trying. But here's the part that actually matters. The Mesozoic Era, the time when dinosaurs dominated the Earth, was significantly warmer than today. There were no ice caps. There were palm trees near the poles. The average global temperature was several degrees higher than right now. And for a long time, scientists couldn't fully explain why. The dinosaur gas theory suggests that methane from sauropod digestion may have been a meaningful contributing factor to that warmth. Not the only factor, but a real one. These animals were so enormous, so numerous, and so hungry that their digestive systems may have literally helped regulate the temperature of the entire planet. Let that sit for a second.
But wait, could they actually fart? Like mechanically? Did the plumbing work that way? Because producing methane internally is one thing. The question of how it left the body is a completely different conversation. And scientists have actually thought about this too. Here's what we know about dinosaur digestive anatomy. Sauropods had extraordinarily long digestive tracts. Food needed to travel an enormous distance to be processed, which actually means it spent more time fermenting inside the gut, which means more methane production, not less. Their systems were essentially optimized, unintentionally, for maximum gas generation. Now, whether they expelled that gas the same way modern animals do is genuinely difficult to confirm from fossils alone. Soft tissue doesn't fossilize. You can find a perfect Tyrannosaurus skull. You cannot find a fossilized digestive system in any useful detail. But here's what we do know. Every living descendant of dinosaurs on Earth today, and birds are the direct living descendants of theropod dinosaurs, has a digestive system that expels gas. Every living reptile does. Every large mammal does. The basic biological need to expel built-up digestive gas is essentially universal across complex animal life on Earth. So, did dinosaurs fart? Almost certainly yes. Did it smell? Almost certainly terrible. Did a single Brachiosaurus passing gas in a forest 150 million years ago carry more atmospheric punch than your entire neighborhood combined? Almost certainly yes to that too.
Here's the thing about a question like this. It sounds ridiculous on the surface, and it is, a little. The image of a 70-ton dinosaur tooting its way through a Jurassic forest is objectively funny. Your 8-year-old self was right to laugh. But underneath the joke is something genuinely extraordinary. The idea that the biology of individual animals, the quiet, invisible biological processes happening inside trillions of creatures, could collectively alter the chemistry of an entire planet's atmosphere over millions of years is one of the most humbling things science has ever revealed. It means life doesn't just adapt to its environment. Life changes its environment. Sometimes on purpose, usually not. But the effect is real either way. Right now, today, the collective digestive output of Earth's animals, including us, is measurably affecting the atmosphere of the planet. The same way it did 150 million years ago. The same way it probably has for as long as complex life has existed. The dinosaurs didn't know they were warming the planet. They were just eating, just living, just doing what enormous, hungry animals do. And somehow, in doing that, they changed the world. Which, honestly, is more than most things can say.